From our perch high in North Kansas City, we can see why lumber businessman Robert A. Long chose this spot to build his 70,000 square foot palace bordered by a 3,000-foot iron fence.
It would have been a wonderful place to start your day with one of your 25 servants bringing you a tray of coffee.
It's also here that Christopher Leach considered the challenge before him to renovate this 100-year-old estate we call the Kansas City Museum. Leach is museum director. He says look around and you can easily see that Long was a multimillionaire at the turn of the century and would be considered a billionaire by today's standards. Long called his home Corinthian Hall.
It was named after the capitals on the 6 columns standing on the south facade of the building. They're in the Greek Corinthian order, which is very intensely decorative and ornamental.
Inside, the home was draped with very expensive everything, from hand-woven multicolored silks on the walls and windows to beautiful gilt wood furniture, marble floors and statues, and decorative brass. Stained glass was also throughout the mansion, from overhead in the sunroom to the huge window restored in 2009.
Small cracks were repaired and they were all cleaned and were reinstalled and are ready for another 100 years.
It's what we cannot see that helped to make this home an engineering marvel in 1910 and a renovation challenge in the 21st century.
The interior walls are 24 inches thick, masonry and plaster, and all the floors are poured in place steel reinforced concrete.
Built in the suburbs back then, Long had to supply his own running water, electricity, and sewer.
There was a shower and a bathtub independently installed, which was an amazingly ridiculous luxury.
None of the original systems would pass code today, and it takes special air quality systems to maintain the museum restoration. Despite the luxurious surroundings and 25 servants, Mrs. Long often remarked that the home made her feel lonely after her 2 daughters moved away. She died in 1928. Long lost his fortune in 1929, paying off obligations to others to help them during the stock market crash. He passed 5 years later. Leach is dedicated to the ongoing restoration that he and others hope will preserve Long's family legacy.
We're in love with Corinthian Hall and the museum.
Just another reason we're proud to call it home.